Good morning students, welcome back in the next video of bio. Students, we have already finished the chapter the ecosystem. Now I am going to teach you lesson number 4, that is the circulatory system, and this is the last topic for the first term. So we know that the transport of substances such as gases, nutrients and hormones through the body of an organism is essential to carry out the various life processes, and we also need to expel the waste product from our body. So in animals these functions are carried out by circulatory system, and in human beings the circulatory system comprises the blood vascular system, and there is one more parallel circulatory system known as the lymphatic system. So now first of all we will discuss about the blood. So blood is the blood vascular system is made up of blood vessels and the heart. So blood consists of the blood vascular system consists of blood vessels and the heart. Blood is a fluid, blood vessels are the tube-like structure or tubes, and heart is the pumping organ. Now we will discuss about the functions of the blood. So already I told you blood transport nutrients, transport respiratory gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen, means it provide oxygen to the various body parts and take the carbon back from the different body parts. It also helps to transport waste products and to expel it from the body. It transport hormones, minerals, vitamins and water also. Blood also regulates the body temperature, which you have already studied in the previous classes. And one more important function of the blood, that it gives protection against the diseases. So in white blood cells are present in the blood which help to protect against the diseases or provide the immunity to our body. Now what are the functions of the circulatory system? Circulatory system connect various organs or the organ systems of the body. And now we will discuss about the composition of blood, or how blood is made or what blood consists of. So blood is made up of two parts. One is the plasma and second one is the cellular part or the cells. The plasma is the fluidic part which consists 55%, and the cellular part consists of red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and the platelets, and they make the 45% of the blood. So blood is made up of the fluidic part and the cellular part or the cells. Student, in book you can see the plasma is the fluidic part, and blood cells called the red blood cells, white blood cells and the blood platelets are suspended in the plasma. So what is the function of the red blood cells? They transport the oxygen to different body parts, and white blood cells give immunity to the different body parts, and blood platelets help in clotting of blood. So these all are important for the body. And RBCs, you can see RBCs help transport oxygen to various parts of the body and carbon dioxide to the lungs. White blood cells help fight or engulfing the infectious diseases or germs and destroying bacteria and other microorganisms. White blood cells also produce antibodies against the foreign bodies that enters, means the white blood cells are also known as the soldiers of the body, and blood platelets help in the clotting of the blood or prevent the excessive bleeding in case of injury. Now we will discuss about the blood groups and blood transfusion. That also you have studied in previous classes, but we just go through the topic. Blood is classified into 4 groups that you can see in the table also. Blood is divided into A, B, AB and O. How they are distributed we will discuss here. So Karl Landsteiner in 1900 classified the blood groups. Blood groups are differentiated on the basis of antigens, means which are antigens are the chemical or complex chemical substances found on the surface of RBCs or the red blood cells. So basically we have two types of antigen, antigen A and antigen B. A person of blood group is A if antigen A is present, and person is known as B blood group if antigen B is present. Those who have both type of antigens, they are known as the AB blood group, but those who don't have any antigen, they are known as the O blood group. So knowing the blood group it is very important. For example, during the serious injuries or during accidents or illness, we need oxygen, so our blood should be compatible. Means if I am A positive, so I need the blood of A positive. Now we will discuss about the donor and universal donor and universal recipient. Means who can give blood and who can receive the blood. So here is the term blood transfusion, means transfer of blood from one person to other. In that topic you will come to know about the donor and the recipient. Who are donor? Donor are those who give blood, means who donates the blood, and recipient who receive the blood.